Here is the third of my part swapping customizations. This is a lot more heavily customized than the previous two because this includes a sticker pack from Toy Hacks as well as 3D printed upgrade kits on my Flamewar. But you have the Botcon Shattered Glass Flamewar, and then the I think it's Legacy Road Rocket Flamewar. I really liked the look of overall, but I wasn't a fan of all the gray parts that were on her, and especially the yellow trim around the wheels. So if I remember correctly, I had actually bought Road Rocket first, and then I found a good deal on Flamewar. So I decided to go ahead and do a part swap on these, and then, as per usual with these, give the leftover, which would be the Road Rocket, over to my son. That included me testing out some 3D printed upgrades for them as well, but one thing at a time. If I remember, let's see. So what I ended up swapping out with Flamewar were actually quite a few things. There was one thing I wasn't able to swap out that I really wanted to. I wanted to swap out her upper arms between the two of them, but the pin that holds the forearm in place just would not allow for it. And I had another idea of maybe trying to slide off the forearm section because it does slide back and forth for transformation, but I couldn't quite figure out how to make that work without breaking it. So I decided to just leave it as it was. That was about the only thing that I couldn't do that I wanted to. But of the important things I did swap out, the motorcycle components like the handlebars and things like that are by default gray on Flamewar, but I took the black ones from Road Rocket, moved them over. The wheel assembly, that whole thing got swapped over. The rear wheel section, all of this got swapped over. The inner part of the leg all got swapped over. All of that is gray now on Road Rocket. It's all black on Flamewar. As far as the 3D kits, these are from it's actually a bow. Let me get these off here. It's a little bit harder to do when I'm reaching around the phone. Okay, so by default, she comes with her axe that I've got trying to look more like a crossbow. That's also a bird. And then this throwing star thing, which I don't ever use. And then the Toy Hacks sticker pack added a whole bunch of features that will be pretty obvious. A lot of the extra flames, like on her leg, little bar, little glowy sections here, the sections on her wheels, inner pieces here, the parts on the back of the rear view mirrors, little trim lines on her legs, stuff like that. A lot of extra things. I put a couple things where they didn't belong. These were supposed to be on the front of the bike, but I liked it better on her arms. But yeah, that's that. And then as far as the other upgrades, she's actually got a couple of them. I can't remember who. I'll have to put a link to it in the video, but there's a guy on the Transformers, the TFW 2005 forum that did an upgrade kit for this whole mold that added extra toes to the feet, so they just pop in on the bottom, but they give you a little bit more ability to pose her without her just leaning forward the whole time. And he also did pieces that go right here that the rear wheel section attaches to, which makes it really floppy right here, but you can get more out of it by turning it whichever way you want. But when it's in bike mode, I'll show it, but it lets the bike sit a little more naturally. In fact, I'll probably take it off of Road Rocket because I've got the same upgrades on that one, and just do a direct comparison between the two. But yeah, this is how my Flamewar looks after all that. And then the crossbow upgrade kits that I've got here. I don't even know where the middle part is, but these are all pieces for that. I don't ever use it as a crossbow. It's a little large and obnoxious. I just liked having the blades on her wrists, and then I thought these looked pretty good on the back, so I did those. The other part of the upgrade kit that the guy on the Transformers forum did was these pieces, which I will also have these on the back of the bike on here, but they kind of look almost like a trunk, but they swing out to be blades, which I thought were really cool, but they would get in the way of the stickers on Flamewar. So I just thought it looked better with her to have these red blades, and then to keep these with my son's Road Rocket. So I will now transform them, and I'm going to take off the upgrade kits from her wheels just to show the difference in how those sit. Before transforming, I thought I'd show the difference without the upgrade kits. This is all of them removed, so that's where the wheels sit comparatively, whereas on this one I can move them in different directions, and by default they just go straight up and down. That's all they do. And then I remove the toes so you can see the difference. And there's not as much play in this. You get basically that or that. So and here they are as motorcycles. I didn't realize it until I got them all the way down to this point that I had them on the wrong side from each other. I'm supposed to put mine over here and my son's over here, but whatever. So, as I said, I wish I could have swapped out the gray on here, but it just wasn't feasible. In theory, if I could have pulled out this pin and slid off these, I could have swapped the entire arm, but it wasn't worth the risk of trying to damage it. But to show the difference of the upgrade kits, you can see Road Rocket is a factory, and then this is the upgrade kit that was put on it, so it gives it a little bit more of a natural sit. But I do like the way my Flamewar turned out all around with the swaps that I made, the upgrade kit and the Toy Hacks stickers. I think it ends up looking significantly better, and it was already a pretty good looking figure in the first place. And it doesn't take anything away from Road Rocket, so works for me. And just to do this part right here, we will put these on. Well, we will put these on. These were the last part of that 3D printed upgrade kit, so it can look like basically a trunk for the bike. But then when it's in robot mode, blades come out. So that's... I cannot remember who designed this, but I will try to find the thread for it on the forum and link it in one of the comments for anyone who may be interested in doing it as well. It was a pretty neat upgrade. I'm very pleased with how it turned out.